Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce GTX 1650 4GB GDDR5 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Beta. This one is the Gigabyte Mini ITX OC model of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers as usual, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech PowerUp's GPU-Z. Again, it's the GDDR5 version of the card. The GDDR6 will be a little bit faster than this one. And over on the left, we're pairing it with the Ryzen 7 5700G to avoid CPU bottlenecks, and 16GB of DDR4 3200MHz RAM in dual channel. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's go over the settings first. I'm playing at 1080p resolution using the minimum settings preset with render scaling set to 100%, so it's native 1080p at the moment. We're also going to test it out with some FSR 2.1, which in this game looks really good actually, and we're using the lowest settings right here aside from texture resolution, which I set to normal. Apparently 4GB of VRAM are enough to use normal textures. Also guys, variable rate shading is turned on, and I just noticed that we're getting 69 FPS in the menu. That's perfect. This impacts performance by quite a bit. If you turn it off, the image will be slightly better, you know, but as you can see over here, it improves performance at a low visual cost. So the difference is not really that major in terms of visual fidelity, but in terms of FPS, it makes a big difference. Everything else is set to the minimum settings preset, and let's play this. Oh, we're gonna go to the most intensive map of the beta right away, my friends. Oh my gosh, I forgot to change the FOV settings in this PC. Alright, so I usually use 115 FOV, which I feel very comfortable, you know. The motion blurs are disabled as well as the film grain, and I need to adjust one final thing here. My sensitivity, 3.85. Also, if you're interested in the DPI that I use, it's 1500 with a Razer Viper Ultimate. Not that it matters. Yeah, I just saw a few questions about it previously in other videos, so here we go. Oh boy, okay, it's all good, let's go. Well, the FPS are not really that good actually, because it's consistently below 60 FPS when it matters the most, basically. When you're seeing other people on screen, it tends to drop by quite a bit. That's not great, you know. I really wish we could see 60 frames per second here at 1080p native resolution with the low settings, and I was hoping for it after seeing that this is basically the same engine as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 1 from 2019, you know. Yeah, I mean, the graphics might actually look a little bit worse than those two previous Call of Duty titles. At least it's more washed out than those two. I don't know, maybe Warzone 2 looks kind of the same. But yeah, it's not an improvement whatsoever, is it, my friends? And, well, 1650 is not enough to achieve 60 plus FPS all of the time, unfortunately. Maybe with FSR, because at 1080p with FSR Quality, it actually renders the game at 720p, then it upscales it, and it applies some sharpening as well, and it will actually end up looking a little bit better than native res in this particular title, because native res is actually really soft here. Alright, I'm not doing very well indeed, my friends. It's very hard to control your aim here with 50-something FPS. At least the game is not stuttering whatsoever, but yeah, with the other GPUs that we tested so far, I think the weakest was the 3060, and that still provided 60 plus FPS all of the time at 1080p ultra settings, native resolution. So yeah, playing this with 50-ish frames per second is definitely not ideal, and I do not recommend it, guys. So we should probably move on to FSR in this one. I'm just gonna stay right here. You know what? I might actually test out some XeSS as well as NIS in this video. Not only FSR, you know. But alright, so we were seeing 69 FPS right here. Now we're seeing 68 with FSR Quality enabled. Huh. That's actually really weird, guys. It's getting roughly the same FPS, but let's run around, shoot people, of course, see some explosions and so on, and then conclude whether or not it's the same. But yeah, so far, I'm not really feeling that much of a difference. It will still drop into the 50s every now and again. Oh, damn it, it's over. We're gonna go to another map, but as you can see, still getting drops into the 50s consistently, so Not great. I really thought FSR was going to improve things like crazy, but it seems like with its 1650, it doesn't really do that. Alright, this is a different map, obviously. We're already dropping into the 50s, as you can see, right at the beginning. Yep, so it's definitely not going to stay at above 60 FPS the entire time. That's a shame. Maybe at balanced FSR it's going to do it. I know that performance FSR in this game actually looks quite decent, especially at 4K. I'm not sure about that 1080p, but we're gonna check that out, of course. The upscalers work pretty well here. It's only DLSS that doesn't really have any added sharpness to the image, which they will probably change after the beta, you know? But yeah, that looks a little bit rougher than FSR does in this one. At least the averages are a lot better here in this particular map, because, well, the other one was way more intensive, as I told you, but it still manages to drop into the 50s, not 60s. Come on. Nice, got the guy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Another one there. Come on. Nice, got him. All good, all good. Let's push B, I guess. Anyway, in most maps... Oh my god, that almost went very wrong. Jesus. You can have 60 plus FPS most of the time. It will only drop slightly sometimes. There we go. Nice triple kill over here. That was cool. So, I think it's safe to say that if you're not playing the other map, you're gonna have a great experience on quality FSR. Got one of them. But let's try it on balanced now. See if it improves FPS by a lot. Okay, now we're in the 80s, and the picture is quite a lot softer than it was before. Alright. So you can definitely notice the softer look here at 1080p resolution with balanced FSR, but it's not terrible. It's actually better than native resolution still, or maybe very similar to native resolution with the SMA82X normal stuff, not the Filmic, you know. It actually looks sharper at native resolution, but the Filmic gets rid of some visual noise that appears when shadows are on screen and stuff. Some shadows, like these, for example. Can you see that noise over there? It's going to be very amplified if you play at ultra settings, especially without a Filmic SMA82X and without any upscaler in place as well. Oh, come on. I closed the door and the guy was already in. Are you serious? All right, we're doing fine, though. We're doing fine. It's a little bit more difficult than the previous ones. But I'm doing it, absolutely. I wish this was a DLC for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, since I feel like it actually looks slightly worse in terms of lighting and reflections on weapons and stuff like that than that game. Maybe it's just... Damn it! Maybe I just remember the other game to be a little bit better in terms of those things. But yeah, something really looks off in this particular Call of Duty title. It's still a beta though, so maybe they'll add some more effects. Oh my god, I can't really see anything there. Oh, yeah. Alright, guy. Go. I'm with you. Let's go. Push them, bastards. Nice. Good job. Reload. It's another one. No? Alright, yeah, there's one here. Nice. Good. We're doing great, team. Let's go. Conquer this one. Thank you very much. Good job. All right. It's safe to say, I think, that with around 5 to 6 more FPS on average than with quality FSR, it will stay above 60 FPS even in the other map. It might actually drop slightly in very few areas, but this is probably going to be way more consistent, and in this one it won't drop whatsoever. But now let me try Performance FSR 2. And look at this. I mean, it's definitely softer than it... Flippin' hell, I hate this guy. He always goes prone, dude. Doesn't this look impressive? This is Performance FSR. It's running at 50% resolution at the moment, which means that this is 540p. And aside from a little bit of aliasing on top of the gun right there on the barrel... hello. I mean, the picture doesn't really look bad. It's soft, yes, but it's not softer, or maybe it's only slightly softer than Filmic SMA82X at native resolution, and the developers intended you to use that crap, and they intended the game to be soft, I guess. So this is quite impressive from Performance FSR, and now we're getting like 90 frames per second on average, so around 9 more FPS on average so far, at least. God damn it, bro, what the hell? I could use some help, guys. Nice. Got another one. Good stuff. Good stuff. Great. First place is ours again, my friends. This is what I want to see. Oh, yes. Some good gameplay from El Crispo. Who would have thought that that would happen in Call of Duty? There we go. Nice little kill there. We won! Great stuff, my friends. So FSR is done. We got 92 FPS average with 66.1% lows. I mean, if you really care about performance, you don't care about the graphics and the sharpness of the image that much, especially on a smaller monitor at 1080p, this is quite a compelling option, guys. FSR2 on performance at this res doesn't look terrible. Alright, so let's move on to XeSS Quality. I'm not going to do Ultra Quality because that's more intensive than FSR Quality. Alright, so this is my first time trying the XeSS in this game, and it seems like it suffers from the same issues as DLSS. It's extremely soft of an image that this produces, my friends, and oh my gosh, I don't really like it. Maybe on a smaller monitor again it would look okay, but it's so much softer than FSR that even on a smaller monitor I'd just rather play with FSR, at least at 1080p res, you know, and at least with the 1650. With ARC GPUs it should run a little bit better or look a little bit better with XeSS, but here with this card, this is what we get. It's not a terrible image, and it's good enough for us to get 69 FPS on average, at least so far, but yeah, I just wish they implemented a sharpness slider here. Come on. Oh, I missed that second guy. Alright, at least got this one. Good stuff. I'm not really capturing the objectives, you know, but I am delaying the enemy team, which is also very important. There's a grenade. Got a UAV as well. Nice. Let's go. There's another one there. Couple of them. Damn it. Can't really control the weapon that well with these FPS compared to what we saw previously. The higher refresh rate experiences, of course, as I told you. But it is definitely something that you can get used to and play very well with. I mean, I think I'm playing pretty damn well, actually. I'm pretty sure I played a ton of Call of Duty titles way worse than this, with way higher end specs than this as well. Ooh, big explosions going on. Ooh, boy. That's interesting. Did it drop, guys? I didn't really notice it. I wasn't looking at the FPS. But yeah, maybe it's enough of XeSS quality. It does dip into the 50s probably. Whoa, just look at the scores. Holy crap. That is insane, dude. I guess we need to test out XeSS Performance. Yeah, I'm gonna try out Performance, see how it looks in the next map. We're back here, super soft image right now using XeSS Performance, but hey, I mean, I am using a 42-inch monitor for it. I shouldn't be using it, I know. Should have switched to my Kurui 24-inch that I have laying around somewhere in this room. I haven't used it in a while, but yeah, maybe I should have gone with that one instead of this. But again, I don't really care too much about playing on a 42-inch monitor at 1080p. I guess I'm used to it at this point. I just can't really talk to you much about the native resolution experience, unfortunately. But I think, knowing from my experience, and I have used many 1080p monitors as well as many 4K monitors and huge monitors whatsoever, I can tell you that this should look okay. It's still gonna look soft at 1080p resolution, but definitely quite a bit better than what I am seeing at the moment. I totally forgot that we have a sniper rifle here. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. There he is. There. Okay, he's dead. There we go. Finally got one. Okay. Also, it's a good idea whenever you are using these performance XeSSs and upscaling technologies at 1080p, since the internal resolution is 540p, it's a good idea to use scopes with some magnification, you know? It works kind of well to spot people at a distance and stuff, obviously. So yeah, maybe you can be a very good sniper with blurry eyes, for example. Alright, I'm gonna stop it there. We're gonna try out some NIS. We're gonna set it to, like, quality first, okay? And set the sharpness to, like, 69%. What better value to set the sharpness at? Oh boy, no, this is way too sharp, actually. Alright, but got him. See that? I could definitely tell the individual pixels right there. on screen. And the FPS are also a lot better than what we were seeing with XeSS on Performance as well. So, alright, this is not terrible. I just gotta adjust that sharpening a little bit, because, again, it's really over-sharpened at the moment. But I guess I still prefer this to the huge softness that we see when not using NIS. I mean, with FSR Quality, it still looked very good and even unbalanced, but wow, I was not expecting NIS to make this much of a difference. Let's use like 25% sharpness now. No, that starts looking super shimmery and just not sharp. Ugh. Yeah, that looks rough, actually. Let's try it on ultra quality, okay? With like 35% sharpness now. So ultra quality will increase... Oh boy, how am I not dead? It will increase our render resolution slightly from quality, of course. And it will apply the sharpening filter over it. And it's not terrible. Again, remember, I am using a 42-inch monitor here. If you're watching this on a smaller monitor, it might actually look really good. And if you're playing this on like a 22-inch or 24-inch maybe 1080p monitor, it will probably look pretty reasonable and kind of better than other upscalers, maybe. I mean, I guess if you have the horsepower to run this at native resolution 60 plus FPS all of the time, NIS might actually be a very, very good option at native, because you can set it to native res, you know, and have the sharpening slider and adjust that a little bit, and it will probably look way sharper than native resolution with SMA82X enabled, or Filmic SMA82X as well. So yeah, in this particular game, I do like NIS. I usually don't. The first time that I tried it, it was... Oh, thought this was a friendly guy. First time that I tried it, it was in Battlefield 2042 when the NIS thing got announced in the Nvidia control panel and stuff, and I was not impressed whatsoever. Now, whether or not you should buy this game for full price, that's up to you, obviously. It's just the same game that we've been getting for years now. Come on. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Slightly different with a little bit less recoil now. A few tweaking to the weapon handling and stuff, and the movement as well. It's a little bit more fast-paced, I believe. Not really in this map, but you run a bit faster, you slide a bit faster and smoother, I guess. But the major thing about this game is definitely the maps from Call of Duty 2009, the Modern Warfare 2. And I really love that because of nostalgia. I played the heck out of Modern Warfare 2 2009. But for a new player, I probably would just buy Modern Warfare 2 instead for a cheaper price and play that one. I have fun with these Call of Duty titles, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think that they're worth their insanely high prices. That's been it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching it. Look at those shadows, by the way. So that will happen in a few maps, in a few areas, you know. That's one of the downsides of NIS. But overall, I think ultra quality NIS with the sharpening that we're using, I think it's 35% at the moment, it works quite well. So these are the settings that I would recommend for a GTX 1650. Also keep this enabled and the texture resolution on normal to make it not look like a smudge, basically, with textures from 2009, you know. Let me know your thoughts about GTX 1650's performance as well in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one very soon. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.